All in this virtual lab session of electrical machines. Now today we will see our new practical V curves and inverted V curves of three-phase synchronous motor. So here is the diagram. You can see this is the simulation diagram presented over here. It is written V curves and inverted V curves of three-phase synchronous motor. So we have to perform the practical in virtual lab simulation on three-phase synchronous motor. So here are the connection diagram is already given. This is the synchronous motor. Here it is shown. This is the synchronous motor and armature supply. This is the armature, three-phase armature supply. R is there, yellow is there, B is there, RYB. These three connections are red, yellow and blue are connected through three-phase supply. From here we can provide three-phase AC supply to the stator armature of synchronous motor. Okay. So, and the rated voltage, it is written over here, armature voltage 415 volt, synchronous motor rating. This is the nameplate rating. So we have to provide 415 volt line to line to the stator armature of synchronous motor. Okay, and this is the rotor supply. This is the rotor field supply. See here, voltmeter is connected, ammeter is connected and field rheostat is there. This is called field rheostat. So, and this is called stator armature supply, and this is an auto transformer. This is auto transformer from which you have to raise the level of voltage, increase the level of voltage, okay, up to till it reaches the rated voltage. Okay, and this is the power factor meter. Here it is shown power factor meter. This will indicate the power factor of synchronous motor which the synchronous motor is working on. This is ammeter, line current or phase current will be measured by this ammeter, and this voltmeter reads the line voltage. Okay, and this is the shaft of DC shunt generator. This is the coupling. Okay, motor is coupled to the generator. So, and generator's electrical load, this is the generator's electrical load. Currently it is disconnected. Okay, the machine will run at no load. Currently the synchronous motor. So we have to see the V curves. Okay, first in case of no load is connected. So here if load is disconnected, here it is the electrical load on DC shunt generator. So when all the loads are disconnected, so then we will draw the V curves. And second case, at full load, when we will connect all the loads into the circuit of DC shunt generator, then it will act as a full load. Then we have to draw the V curves of synchronous motor at full load. So firstly we will see the V curves at no load. Okay, so first see the V curve and inverted V curves of synchronous motor. This is the theory, it is given here in virtual lab, you can see. Okay, we will directly proceed to the simulation. Okay, first what you have to do, with the help of three-phase auto transformer, this is called auto transformer, which is connected in the stator supply side. Auto transformer, the voltage to be applied to the stator of synchronous motor is varied smoothly. When motor attains speed near to synchronous speed, generally at rated voltage, turn field supply on of motor with help of DPST double pole single throw switch and apply rated voltage in steps. Here onwards the speed of synchronous machine will be constant at synchronous speed. So first of all, come to the simulation. First of all, connect this terminal, okay, and switch on the supply by clicking on this. Okay, it is already clicked on, then it gets switched on, and then supply will be fed across the synchronous motor stator armature. Okay, now increase the level of voltage from here by using this auto transformer. Now it is increasing, the voltage is increased gradually. So you have to keep increasing the level of voltage until it reaches the rated voltage 415 volt. Okay, currently it is 135, 140, 50, 60. Okay, then it is increasing. Increase the level of voltage until it reaches the rated voltage 415. Now it has already reached 415 volts. See here, the voltmeter rating is 415 volt line to line. So this is the rated armature voltage what we have to provide across the stator armature terminal of synchronous motor, and speed is, see here in red marked, in red colored, this is the speed of synchronous motor, which is approximately equal to synchronous speed. It is 1495 rpm. Okay, so now second step. What is the second step? Second step is, now depending on excitation for synchronous machine which can be varied, and here DC generators load is resistive load bank is shown. Okay, so output of motor will draw DC generator, which in turn will drive electrical load, resistive load. Okay, so if we have to connect the load, then we will draw the V curve at load. So currently we are disconnected the load, and we will connect the field supply now. Okay, click on here, then DC field supply, rotor field supply will get connected, and now we have to increase the value of rotor field supply. Okay, or rotor field excitation, it is also called field excitation, and rotor field is connected to the rotor field. See here, two wires are coming out from here, one black and one red. This is the rotor supply, and this is armature supply, three-phase armature supply, and these two wires are brought out from the motor. These are rotor field supply. Okay, now connect. Sorry. Okay, it is connected. Now increase the level of voltage and current. Okay, now increase the level of voltage. Suppose 0.1 ampere. Okay, then start storing data, store the data and show data. Then you have got the first row of observation table. Then here it is shown line voltage 415, line current 3.63, okay, field voltage 18, field current 0.10 ampere, generators voltage 433, generator current is 0, speed 1500 rpm, power factor 0.01. Okay, then we have to increase the value of current. Okay, now it becomes 0.2 ampere. Again store data and show data. Okay, now it becomes, okay, power factor, see power factor 0.06, then increase up to 0.3 ampere, then again store data, then show data. Okay, then power factor is increasing, then again 0.4 ampere. Okay, feed current becomes 0.4, store data, show data. Then you see here current, the level of field voltage, field current is increasing. Okay, and power factor is getting good, getting improved. Then again 0.5 ampere field current, store data, then show data. Okay, then power factor becomes 0.97, then it is close to 1. Okay, now again increase 0.56, store data, show data. Okay, again increase 0.6, store data, show data. Now again power factor is decreasing. Okay, it is approximately close to 0.97, close to 1, and then it is decreasing because it is over excitation is there. Then 0.69 ampere store data, then power factor is becoming low. Okay, again increase the value of current 0.8, store data, show data 0.31, it becomes 0.31. Then again increase the value of 0.91 ampere field current. So we have got all the rows of observation table. Now power factor becomes, first it will increasing, okay, it will be increasing, and then reaching up to 1 it starts decreasing. Now again 1.01 ampere, then store data, show data, it becomes 0.18, then again 1.1 ampere. You can increase the field current, show data, power factor becomes 0.17, again 1.2 ampere, show data, power factor becomes 0.15, then 1.22 is the maximum limit. Okay, it can't be increased beyond this level. 1.22 is the optimum level. So last row of observation table we have got 0.12. So we have got all the observation table. Okay, we have provided DC supply and we have increased the DC supply gradually. So all the under excitation, normal excitation, over excitation, all the three procedures or phenomena are there. Okay, and then machines RPM, you can see machines RPM is still 1500 RPM, it is synchronous speed. Now we have to draw the graph. Okay, now we have to draw the graph. So select, okay, bring your pointer here, then first point, field current versus armature current. Okay, then generate graph. So you will see this is the field current on x-axis, synchronous motor field current on x-axis, and this is armature current on y-axis. So you can see this graph comes like V. It looks like V curve at no load. So because no load is connected at generator shaft, so this is because at no load. Okay, so this is the V curve at no load. Then again see next graph versus power factor, inverted V curve. Generate graph. So this is called inverted V curve, where field current is on x-axis and power factor is on y-axis. So this is called inverted V curve. Again you can see field current versus speed, and this is the graph. Speed is constant. And third, fourth graph, generate graph, it is also constant, versus field current versus VG. Then IG, generator current or power factor, it is generator current is 0, like this. Okay, so this is V curve. We have to draw the V curve and inverted V curve. So this is called the V curve because it looks like the V shape, okay, of English alphabetical letter V. That's why we call it V curve. Now we have to draw the V curve at load. Okay, so you have to connect the load. Okay, how you have to connect? By clicking on this. Okay, you have to connect the load. So that's it for today. We have drawn the V curve and inverted V curve at no load. Later we will see the V curve and inverted V curve at load, full load. Okay guys.